Hi, I'm Mandy George. I'm running for West Fargo City Commissioner and I'm the responsible choice. So I hope everybody is healthy and well right now. I know we're going through some crazy times and I just hope everybody is doing well getting through it. I just really wanted to reach out to everybody and just reiterate that it is mail-in only this year for voting. The June 9th election is when you have to vote for your city commissioners, your park board members, your school board members. So the June 9th election is when this will happen, and you need to make sure that prior to this you fill out your application and get that in. It's a two-step process to be able to vote. So a lot of people have received their applications in the mail, but I've talked to a lot of people that haven't gotten their applications. So if you did not receive one, then you can go online to fill out an application, and on my social media I have listed the link as far as how to get to that page. And both Mandy George for West Fargo Commissioner, my LinkedIn page, my regular Facebook page, every few days I post it again. It's really a simple process. You just click on the link. It'll take you exactly where you need to go. It takes just a couple of minutes to fill it out. And basically the county just needs to verify who you are through your driver's license information. So you fill that out, you print it off, and you send it in. Then they'll review the information and send you back a ballot in the mail. So that's how you can vote this year. There's no in-person polling sites. It is the only way to vote. And it is really important that you vote because the local city officials are the ones that truly directly affect your life more than, the state or national people even. So the local elections are so important. And I just also wanted to reiterate what I personally stand for as a candidate. So my number one priority is to work to end special assessments. I think special assessments are just very unfair. They aren't the right way to do things. It isn't the right way to fund the city, and it is the most hated tax there is in the city and the biggest complaint we have. And I really want to work to change this. The majority of municipalities don't special assess their residents the way that we do, and we need to work with other municipalities and study how they do it to come up with better ways. I have come up with a plan myself that I see as being at least a workable base for something to work off of. And I've published that, posted that on my social media site, so you can take a look at that. And unfortunately, though, that's going to be affected as well with everything going on. We're going to be low on sales tax right now. Our prairie dog funds are going to be significantly affected. I hope we still receive something from prairie dog funds, but oil is selling low right now, and it could be another biennium before we actually see prairie dog funds now, which I hope that's not the case, but that could happen. So just very important that we look at other options. Also super important that we really, really evaluate needs versus wants. It's more important than ever that we really look at, is this something we need right now? Is this essential? Everybody's down on money. The city is going to be really, really strapped for money right now, and that's probably going to last a while. So, I know we have a lot of amazing projects going on right now, but going forward, if it's not something we absolutely need, we can't afford it right now is how it is. We can't tax people any more than we have been, and we can't continue to overtax our citizens. We need to stop spending unnecessary money and just really be responsible with people's tax dollars. I'm personally just a regular hardworking taxpayer, and I don't want to be taxed any more than I need to be, and I know the rest of the people out there don't either. I also don't believe that we need to continue passing out huge incentives to companies that actually can afford to build anyway. I see 20, 25-year tax incentives going out there, and I just don't think that's the right way to do things either. That means it's potentially 25 years before they're contributing to the city, the schools, the parks, and I just don't think that's the right way to do things either. I think when it comes to incentives, the businesses really need to be able to answer the but-for question and be, would they come to the city, or could they come to the city but for this tax incentive? And I think that's an important question that we need to make sure that we're asking before we pass out an incentive. And even then, I don't agree with these long-term incentives. So if that's something that you would like to see changed, then I'm the candidate for you. So I also want people to know that I have been completely self-funding this campaign. in light of everything that's going on right now, I haven't felt good about accepting donations. I have had some people reach out to me and say, hey, I like what you're saying. I'd like to donate to your campaign, which I really, really appreciate. Like I said, I just haven't felt good about accepting funds right now. I just, when people are struggling just to put food on their table, I just don't feel good about using anybody's money to pay for a campaign other than my own. And, using my own personal money, of course, funds are limited. I can only do so much. So it's been a challenge to spread the word about what I stand for, especially with social distancing. I haven't been able to do some of the events that I had originally wanted to do. I'd wanted to do some meet and greet outreach events that haven't been able to happen. So the biggest way that I've been able to spread my message has been through social media. I've got my signs out there to hopefully get my name out there. Hopefully people are checking me out on social media and seeing who I am. But I'd really, really appreciate if you like what I stand for, if you want to work to end specials, if you want to stop overextending our taxpayers on wants instead of needs, if you want to stop big tax incentives, if you want to stop the cost of housing from continuing to escalate, then I'm the candidate for you. So I really, really appreciate if you could help spread the word, help share my videos on your Facebook pages. If you could just word of mouth tell people, hey, Mandy George, she's the one to vote for. You'll like what she says. She's going to be responsible with your hard-earned money. And that would be really appreciated. So that's the best possible thing you could do to help me out right now is just share my video and make sure you vote. That is so important to make sure you vote. I know it's a little different for people this year because they're not used to mailing their vote in, but just make sure you do that, and it will directly affect the money that comes out of your pocket as well. So thank you so much, and I hope everybody stays healthy.